Okay, so this is part two. Go to part one. Can't be bothered to explain what it was about. Right, so yes, so warning, don't hold these people back because you will have to face me. Okay, simple as that. It's not a threat, it's a warning. It's a warning. I know my worth. I know my strengths. I know my abilities. I'm confident in them. Let's just say that. Right, so anybody who has any kind of skills or gifts or stuff like that, it's time to start imparting this, right? Second part of the message is to anybody out there who has started their kind of spiritual journey, be it in healing or reading or whatever it is, and you're kind of bitting and bobbing and feeling a little bit unconfident in yourself, please push yourself, please, because again, not just these kids, but people in general, we're going through this great big, like I say, it's coming in waves, these awakening waves, and people need us, okay? And our roles, right, is to help people, okay? As I've said before, it's okay to make money. There is no shame in making money, okay? I was watching a TikTok video the other day, and I think it was Matthew Ramos, Uncle Bronze, said like, you know, don't feel bad about getting money, okay? He says that, you know, it's important that the money goes into the hands of the people who are trying to make the change. So it's okay to charge people for your services. It's okay to make a decent living, okay? There is nothing wrong with that, okay? If it gets to the point of greed, then yes, there is a problem with that. The other thing is, you know, it's okay to have praise and it's okay to people say, oh, that was amazing, da, 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 da. But remember, whether you're healing or reading or whatever it is you're doing, you're a conduit, okay? You are a conduit, okay? You deliver that in your style and that is perfectly fine and people may be drawn to that. But do not let that go to your head. Do not think that you are some kind of superstar. Do not think that you're some rock star running around and you've got, you know, oh yeah, you know, boo, born again Christian, oh, touched by God and stuff like that. No, you're a conduit, okay? So yes, take the praise. Praise is nice. It is nice. It is nice when you get feedback and say, oh, it was amazing reading. Of course it is. But don't let it go to your head. Because again, Goddess and God, Source, God, whatever you want to call it, has the right and the privilege to take that away from you. And it will. Okay, like I say, it's already started happening. And if you suddenly think, why can't I connect anymore? It's because it's gone to your head and you're using it as ego. Okay, simple as that. Right, so just going back to the kind of development type things, right? Something that came to me, and I was speaking to somebody at the weekend about this. If you run an events company, a shop, a stall, you're a healer of some sort, I'm going to kind of put readers to the side, just because the way we work, you know, without being disrespectful, you do need a little bit more life experience, okay? It's a bit like if you were going to go and be a counsellor, you know, generally speaking, if you're going to go and be a counsellor, they prefer you to be a bit older, so you've got that life experience under your belt. But any of the others, why not consider taking on a student? Why not consider work experience, stuff like that? Why do kids have to, for their work experience, go to a hairdresser's, a mechanic's, a shop? You know what I mean? Why? You know what I mean? We're talking about breaking this mold through the ascension process. Yeah, I don't see anybody offering this stuff, and I don't. I've never heard of it. If it goes on, and I've not, you know, I may be wrong. As always, I may be wrong, but I've not heard of it. I think we need to start opening this stuff up a little bit more. Put it that way. Right. So if anybody who follows me watched my last video, I think it was, and I said that I don't run development groups, okay? I have worked with a couple of people in the past to help develop them, right? So I'm not going to be running a development group, okay, at this time. It may change in the future. However, what I am considering doing is taking on somebody to develop in tarot and somebody to develop in mediumship, okay? Now, there will be a nominal fee for a short period of time. Now, the reason why I'm putting that in place is because I have tried doing it for free. And when I've done that, people seem very keen, but then there's no commitment there. Okay. Now, I'm not pushy. I'm not going to push people because, like I say, it won't be a student-master dynamic because that is bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But I need some kind of commitment from people because the last one that I did, I gave them everything I could within their abilities at that time, let's say. Okay. Now, for whatever reason, and I'm not blaming them for it, they didn't push themselves. They didn't take it to that level, and it got to the point where it was like, I cannot do anything else until you start putting the effort in, basically. Now, if you're watching, the door is not closed, okay? For me to cut you out of my life, you have to do something pretty bad, okay? You'll know if I've cut you out properly because you'll be blocked on everything. I'm quite cutthroat, simple as that. The door is always open, and it is, but only come back when you are ready to put the effort in, okay? Because I can't keep wasting my time with people, okay? I can't do it, okay? I know my self-worth. Like I said, I've stepped into my divine. I know my powers, I know my abilities. I can't be giving stuff away for free anymore. I can't, you know what I mean? So I'm considering, like I say, taking 2 people on. One in mediumship, one in tarot. Like I say, there will be a nominal fee. I'm still trying to work out how it's going to be. Okay, it doesn't have to be a face-to-face thing. It can be like video chat or something along those lines. But that said, I am only looking for 2 people who are actually looking at really going far with this. Okay, I'm not looking for somebody who wants to learn tarot, for example. I'm wanting to kind of help to develop somebody who's like really interested in it, thinking about taking it on as a career. It doesn't have to be a full-time career, but like to kind of really help people and understands it, and they've got that quality and that energy in them. Okay, I will release a separate video about that, okay, and how to contact me and stuff like that. It will involve having a bit of a conversation because I need to pick up on your energies and stuff. So yeah, that's something I'm looking into. So if there's anybody else out there who's kind of had those ideas, because like I say, I'm not overly confident in it. It's not going to be like some structured course or something. I'm putting like I say, a nominal fee on it, just so it gives people motivation to stick with the program, as it were. Simple as that. Yeah, so that's something I'm considering doing. So yeah, just think about opening it up. Like I say, for me, I'm excited. I'm excited because this process is really starting to kick in now. And a year ago, I had no idea about this. No idea whatsoever. You know what I mean? And people were talking to me about it. I'm like, fucking clue what you're on about, mate. Simple as that. That's the other thing. If you've got questions, ask people. Ask people. If you want to. Another thing is, don't go up to people and start talking about this random shit, because people don't know. And when I first started off, and there were people coming up and saying, blah, 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 and I'm like, I have no idea what you. Yes, because you don't look like an idiot. You know, I've changed now. As you know, I've had a personality transplant, and I'll just say I have no idea what you're on about. No idea whatsoever. Can you tell me about that, please? Yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay. And don't be guarded with people. If you've got the knowledge, don't be a gatekeeper of it. Okay, please don't. It's arrogant. You know, if you've got some information there and somebody's looking for it, and it's, you know, doesn't take a lot of time and effort, just explain it to them. Don't be a Billy Big Bollocks. Just, you know, again, it's ego. It's ego. Drop the fucking ego. I think what I'm trying to stress here is that if you're in this world, this field, right, we have a responsibility, okay? And that is to help people, and that is to help people change their lives and get them into alignment so that the world is a better place, right? And if you've forgotten that, then fuck off. You know, simple as that, you know. I don't mean to sound harsh, but I'm getting a bit fed up with it now. I'm getting fed up with the bloody stanky energies kicking around and people throwing shade and stuff like that. It's not what it's supposed to be about. And don't get me wrong, you know I'm not love and light. You know, we're going to have disagreements. I don't care if people fall out because it's about personality or something along those lines. But don't be like chucking spell work and changing the energies and stuff like that. Because, you know, again, without sounding arrogant, it's me that has to sort that shit out, right? It's me that it ends up fucking falling on the hands on, and people like me. And it just wastes our time. It's a waste of our time. It's like if you're chucking shade at me because you oh look, he's getting popular on TikTok doing like that. It just wastes my time. Okay, and you know, without again, without sounding arrogant, I'm too strong. I'm just too strong for that. Don't bother. Please don't bother. Anyway, that was it. You know, I'm sure it'll piss a few people off, but you know, like I say, I'm in my divine. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. Somebody's got to say this shit, and I'm quite happy to be the one that does that, to be quite honest. Like I say, I'm the activator. I have been given another name. I'm not going to say what that is, but again, it's a little bit terrifying. So yes, please behave yourselves, get yourselves into alignment, and start getting ready for this wave coming through. Okay, bye.